Hey, Bohemia with Bohemian Stars and Ocean Heart Readings, and today we're going to do a video for surprises and celebratory things and good energy coming in. We have our decks here, we have charms, we have the Four of Wands from each deck, we have the Afro-Brazilian Tarot, the Afro-Goddess Tarot, Arcanas, and the Modern Witch Tarot deck. Go ahead and tune into the energies of the deck and see which ones you are energetically drawn to, and we will do your reading from that. I'll also put some crystals just because people are drawn to them sometimes as well, so we'll put a rose quartz over here. This has a piece of glitter, talking about celebration, that just won't come off of it. I've like tried and it won't come off. We have Aquamarine here, and we'll go ahead and put a orange calcite on this one. Alright, so those are the options by crystal or by deck. Go ahead and see which one resonates with you, and I will see you on your timestamp. Alright, let's see. Put these over here for now. Alright, I'm going to keep these in order. If you chose rose quartz, I'm going to do some light shuffle and some charms. Let's see what blessings are coming into you. Good news, good things to celebrate. For those who chose rose quartz, calling in the good spirit crews and a good work, honesty, accuracy, and clarity, please let us know. Good things coming in. For those who chose the Afro-Brazilian tarot, the Afro-Brazilian tarot, this tarot, and the rose quartz here. Good things coming in. Major rose quartz energy, because I just looked over here to the right. Looked over to the right. Oh, my tweet. No, I'm playing. She looked to the left, y'all. Anyways, if you know the song. And I saw rose quartz. That's the tweet. I saw rose quartz. Ooh, we have Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands reversed, and we have some cards dropped, so we're going to take these. Okay. So I see you guys having to work a lot less, okay? If things change in your job and at first you're nervous, it's for the good, so go with it. Or if things have already changed for your job, you know, I'm filming this 2020, it is to get you out of burdens and out of cycles of survivalhood and trauma, negative hustling and grinding. I don't think we should do away with the terms hustling and grinding, especially they're like from the culture, but I do think that we can have a negative aspect of grinding, a negative aspect of always having to hustle, where it's survival mode instead of thriving mode, right? So I feel like for you guys, your health could have even been slowing down, and different things to try to push you to learn to get into a different kind of financial flow or abundance flow, to have you honor your body, to have you, you know, connect. And so I see more rest coming in, more cuddling, more downtime, things of that nature. Ta-da. Five of Cups reversed. Some of you have been grieving a lot, and you know, it's like, I feel like just you would break down over something small happening that's like the cat trying to knock the milk off the counter, something that would be natural, normal, and you've been just to the point of stress to where you're like, I can't even handle that. Like if any little thing happens, my spaghetti breaks when I'm trying to cook it or something, I'm about to cry, right? And so I'm seeing this release. There's detoxification happening, and you know, that kind of thing. So that process, I know, can feel very yucky and difficult, but I'm seeing you go ahead and do that, and it frees you up. It frees you up from judgment. Some of you, that's the blessing coming in, is you're suddenly going to be free of worrying about judgment. Some of you have been in a Four of Cups, and you were the person who was really judgy and critical, okay? You could have been one of the haters in the comments. I don't know about here, but maybe on some other channels kind of thing. Judgment reverse and the Four of Cups reverse says you'll be coming out of that. You might have been like, man, why am I so overly critical? Why am I, you know, I just want to cut everybody down, judge them, make them feel some kind of way. And then you're realizing, wait, it's because I wasn't happy. Like I wasn't feeling positive. I wasn't feeling like I could go and get my life. I could go start my own YouTube. I could go and, be happy, create my own family, create my own friend group network or whatever. So you're just gonna be releasing yourself from this kind of mindset of doom and gloom and feeling like you can't achieve your goals, feeling like you have to like try to hold everyone else back to kind of pull yourself forward. I do feel like this is interesting. You never know what's going to come up in tarot when you set a topic or a question, but I feel like you guys are going to finally feel free to apologize. Some of you have been feeling kind of so apologies, and also some of you are going to be feeling like you can move on without apologies, without having to get approval or closure. Some of you have just really been wanting a particular person, perhaps a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, to give some kind of go ahead or approval in some way. Well, there's all elements here too. We have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag. So there's been some kind of approval or release. It could be from a group of people. For some of you, it was like thinking about people you went to school with. It could be people who are in your soul group or who were in the family you were born into. I feel like for a lot of you, you don't even call them your family. You just feel like those people who I had to be born with here, on my soul's journey. And so I feel like you guys will be releasing. Some of you will be cutting cords, maybe even changing your name from like the family group you came in with, or just rebirthing yourself within your cycle in a very real way. Like some of you could be having some kind of major transitioning in some way, maybe in your identity, in your spiritual path, or again, like with your look or your name in some way. You'll finally just be like putting your stamp on yourself, basically. In a lot of ways, yeah. Some of you will be making like a logo. You'll be changing your name and getting official documents on that. You'll be getting making like a family crest or something. We have the Tower. So some of you, it's like this Tower moment you've been wanting to do, but you were afraid to move forward because of feeling trapped in the mind. You're going to just go ahead and do it. You're going to do this dramatic reveal or shake up whatever needed to be shaken up, and you're going to feel positive about it and like you have the Wheel of Fortune on your side. Some of you have been afraid to make some dramatic changes because your emotions would be all over the place. So one moment you would feel like, yeah, I want to move across the country, and the next moment you feel like, oh my gosh, no, I can't do that. How could I do that? Or some of you wanted to take the leap into being in a serious relationship or to really start a family, and you would be nervous and you would back out and be like, never mind, maybe I'm not ready, maybe this isn't the right phase of life. And so I feel like you guys are going to stop comparing your journey to other people's, and you're going to stop syncing up to people's journey that it doesn't match yours, like it's not for you. And you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like why do I feel like, if I have a family right now, I can't have a top 30 hit? Like why? Or why do I feel like if I that was funny, I said top 30, maybe 30, you're 30 years old, because usually it's top 40, or we say top 20 or top 10, but you don't usually say top 30. So maybe some of you, the age 30 is looming on you, and you're like, no, this is my last year before I hit 30 or something, but or some significance with threes. It can be, again, adding to your family, but it's like people have all different kinds of styles. Like for instance, I feel like if some of you, if you're like, well, if I was in Migos or whatever and I wanted to make this decision, then I'd be cool with it. But because I feel like I'm just a regular person, then I feel like I can't make these choices. It's not cool if I do certain things in my life. It's not cool if I fall in love. It's not cool if I have a family, I have kids. It's not cool if I'm stable and allow myself to have stable housing, right? It's like, why? Why not? Why not you? Why do you have to be the famous in order to be happy? Why do you have to be whatever? Why do you feel like you can't have take up space in your own life and have good luck and good energy and healthy relationships all at the same time? So I feel like whatever has been kind of this disconnect is going to be shifting for you guys, all right? Yeah. a lot of change of mindsets when it comes to like kind of a poverty mindset. I think a lot of these really intense transits that have been affecting us all in the elections and everything 2020 read is helping you guys switch your minds up and kind of come out of your cocoon and just break you through. It's like kind of the universe tapping on the eggshell. You're trying to stay in the egg. They're like, tap, tap, get out. All right. It's time to go to the next phase of yourself. It's time to be birthed out in a different way. It's just time. It's time. So you're going to be having blessings with all these dramatic changes. The transits are going to be blessing you moving forward instead of being so difficult on you. I'm seeing Pluto, Saturn, Neptune here. So you're going to be getting some positive blessings come in from these transits here that have maybe been harsh on some of you guys. And the biggest thing that they're telling me for this group is you're just not going to be worried about criticisms anymore. I feel like for a lot of you, you had difficulties, but you didn't really have closed pathways. It was more just that you were so worried about the criticism. Like, you know, is it whack if I want to fall in love? Or what will people say if someone like me gets attention? Or what will people, you know? So I feel like you guys are going to be like getting out of that criticism worry. You might be putting yourself on camera, for instance, or you might be just like, yeah, I'm gonna let people know that I'm in love with this person and not think about are they out of my league, am I out of their league, or whatever, and all that kind of social stuff. You're gonna be freeing yourself from that. So I'm gonna do some dominoes. I was gonna do charms, but baby wants to get into them every time I bring them down. It's been a problem, y'all. So we're gonna do dominoes for group A. It's loud, y'all. Dominoes for this quartz. Exciting things coming in. Blessings for those who chose those quartz. I'm just gonna do one hand cast, alright? So let's see what we got. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, your thing is, you know what? So I was thinking of this quote, and I can see why. One of the things that has been the freest for me has been realizing that I'm not in love with people who aren't in love with me. Like, I'm not attracted to people who aren't attracted to me. Like, what sense does that make? You know, like, and I feel like you guys are having this kind of click of energy like that, where you're realizing, like, why would I be like, why would I want something that's not for me? It doesn't make sense. Like, I want what's going to make me flourish, what's going to be a blessing to me, what's going to be open to me. Like, why would I want to be in a friend group where none of them like me and they don't think I'm worthy of being around them? Like, it literally doesn't make sense. Like, I should be repulsed by that. I should instantly find that unattractive, that they would be unattracted to me. Like, it doesn't make sense, right? It's kind of like if you found out someone you know, knock on wood, hurt animals or something, right? Wouldn't you instantly just be like, oh my gosh, like, I could never be attracted to you? So I feel like there's this switch happening with you guys where you're going to realize that you don't desire what's not for you anymore. You only desire what's for you, and you're able to even manifest it from the ethers, even if it looks like it's not there, it's nowhere around, and that you're good with your one-on-one time. You're good with doing things on your own, and just like, you enjoy yourself. Like, listen to the song Myself by Smell the Product, okay? But she just thanking herself basically for everything that she's done for herself. She stuck with herself when no one else did, and was able to now create where she can give and do for others too, if she so chooses to, right? So I feel like you guys are having that kind of vibe where you're just going to be like, look, this is my brand, this is my life, this is who I am, this is how I do relationships, and I don't feel the need to go over there and change you. I don't feel the need to try to you know, switch all of this up. Like, I'm just gonna keep doing me and be me authentically, and I'm happy with that. Like, I would rather do it my way, even if it seems difficult or whatever, or even if people perceive it their own way, as if I'm not as successful as they think I should be, or in the way they think I should be, because I know it's for me and I feel like I'm thriving. I can see how my life is growing, and like, why am I gonna chase your life when you're miserable in it and you can't trust anyone around you. You hate everything around you. Why am I going to chase and try to be like you when you don't even like your own life? Like, you literally need me to like your life to validate that your life is worth living, like the lifestyle you're living. You know what I'm saying? So I think you guys are realizing stuff like that. All of these facades, like the games, like the illusions are falling off here with Saturn and Neptune and Pluto all reversed. It's like these transits have been teaching y'all and showing you guys that kind of stuff. And you're just like, actually, you know what? I'm gonna just get a life that I actually like. Like, I don't want to be up. Some of you are saying, look, I don't want to be up at whatever time in the morning having to TikTok with everybody and do this and that. Like, I don't want to. Like, that doesn't feel happy to me. Some of you are gonna feel like, you know what? I am happy just, having my own platform, navigating my own career path, and having myself be what I do. It's just becoming me. That's my journey, right? So you guys will be looking at your own north nodes, I think, finding balance in your natal chart with your own kind of destinies and stuff. And I think there's just big light bulbs and aha moments, and it's gonna feel like a huge celebration for you to it's kind of like birthday feeling. Maybe some of you have some birthdays coming up or solar returns, but yeah. And I'm seeing that is what draws people to you and helps you find your own people. But even still, I see you using wisdom and gatekeeping who you let have access to you, and that being a game changer and completely opening you up creatively with creativity and with your emotional closeness to others. Because some of you have felt very tapped out. You felt like you couldn't you just can't connect, or you can't trust people. Again, there could even have been bitterness and stuff. We change throughout even hearing our tarot readings, right? We get that energetic switch up and we can release things and have things revealed to us. So moving into a positive, like the moon card energy, where we are embracing our intuitive path, our psychic gifts, our creative energies, our romantic side, our emotional self. We're reconnected with our Akashic records and our potentiality, which is limitless from, our energy that we're in this lifetime and connecting to our past lives. So you guys have so much good energy coming in for you, and it doesn't come by you being someone else or you trying to energy match other people. It comes by you finding an authentic appreciation of self, and then, yes, blessing positive energies and just letting people do them. So it's kind of like either bless up what they're doing, or just leave them to be them, basically. I would watch negative criticisms. I would watch any kind of negative judgments on others. I'm not saying don't make judgment calls, because I think you guys have learned actually that this whole reading is like, no, you need to make judgment calls of what are good energy clicks to be in, which ones aren't, things of that nature. So yes, you definitely need to make judgment calls, but it's more about, this isn't for me. I don't co-sign this. I'm gonna release this energy, and I'm going to be the example and make moves in the correct energy zones of what does fit for me, versus hate watching somebody and hoping to bring them down and stay miserable yourself kind of vibe. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's time for you guys to be very action oriented and to just keep moving ahead in love, keep moving ahead in discovering yourself, and knowing that that's going to be bring the right people to you. I do feel like for some of you, the reason that there wasn't a lot of positive people around is because you weren't yet ready for it. You wouldn't have appreciated a partner that was super positive. You wouldn't have appreciated a bestie who was, really healthy, because you weren't in a place to receive that. So that might not be for everybody, but I think those of you, you're gonna be like, yeah, you're right. Like I wasn't in a place that I would be trustworthy to friends. I was in a place where I would be very, martial to people who try to love me, or I'd be, I don't trust people, or I'd be jealous of a friend who was very successful, and I couldn't handle that. And so yeah, I know what you're talking about. So I see you guys moving out of that phase and now being ready where you can have a partner who is thriving and successful and beautiful. You can have friends who are, living beautiful energy, you know what I mean, and thriving, and you're gonna feel like you can truly appreciate them, you can truly support them and want them to even excel further, and you feel that you're equal in that energy. You don't feel diminished. You're not allowing yourself yourself to create a situation of negative, kind of like a black hole kind of situation, in a way to try to get attention or energy or something of that nature. Instead, you're feeling very validated in who you are and allowing others to appreciate you and support you moving forward. Alright, so that's what I'm seeing, group 1. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I will talk to you again on another one. Alright. I don't know. Alright, thank you. Baby's bringing me stuff here. Okay. Group 2 was our Aquamarine, so let's put that up here, although we have all these crystals. If you chose group 2, let's see what blessings and celebratory things are coming into you. You need this? Group 2. Group 2 is customer please in a good way with all honesty, accuracy, and clarity. Please let us know what good things are coming in. Celebratory things for group 2. Some of you are definitely going to be releasing negative energy attachments, because I feel that right away. Some of you felt like an energy that would just be around, like an actual like entity energy, and I'm seeing you move forward away from that energy. It's almost like I seen justice. Yeah, the cord's going to be cut. It's almost like there's a time frame on you. You know, this might sound strange, but for those of you who this is for, you'll get it. You know, in fairy tales, when someone shows up, like a evil whoever, and they put something on a child, and they'll say until their 13th birthday, like this is going to be what goes on with them, right? They're going to be have a magical hedge around them and no one can reach them, right? And so some of you had where someone put something negative on you, yeah, literally like a blockage on you, and kind of cross your paths. It could have been as a result for something your parents did, or something in your lineage. Maybe you're like, yeah, everyone in my family until a certain age, they have these difficulties, or they have something that happens. My face is just like started itching really, really bad too. So you guys just might have this, like, I don't know, just being very affected by this energy. But then we have the Six of Wands that's showing up here. So I feel like you guys are going to be getting out of that. We have Knight of Wands. Some of you, you're going to be changing your location and finally able to move out. So maybe a certain place is kind of, yes, for some of you it's location. They give me the Five of Wands again. And being, going somewhere else is going to be a blessing to you, okay? It's going to be open in your path to get out of where you are. So maybe it's a particular patch of land or something, or a certain city where, yeah, they're just giving me the same cards over and over. They're like, it's time to cut cords. And some of you are going to be like, oh my gosh, I knew I shouldn't have moved back to grandma's house. Yes, there's something about it. It's like a pit of energy. It's so hard to leave. And so that is a big thing. So you're going to be free from this energetic hold. It could even be a physical hold that has been on. And yes, Hierophant, I do believe it's a family connection. It's a family curse, literally. Three of Swords is here. So for those of you who that resonates with, I'm very happy to see that the energy work you've been doing, you've been like struggling, it's been like trying to walk through mud or quicksand, moving forward with the Two of Wands. You're going to get through that situation, and it's like this energy or this entity or whatever it is just, it's like ding, like a timer on a stove, and then it gets shut off and it's no longer able to affect you. It could be old vows that were put on you, old curses, some kind of old ceremony, or like baptism or something, and whatever it is, the time frame that was on it or whatever is going to be removing, okay, this contract. Some of you, it is from past lives, okay? So some of you, it's coming through your spiritual DNA, heritage, where for some reason there was, for those of you that's coming from your past life energy, it's almost like it was a contract that you're like, okay, fine, because I made this mistake in my past life, I will karmically agree to not have my blessings and success until mid-age, or until a later age in my next lifetime, okay? So for those of you who it's not like a family generational thing, that's what that's coming through. All right, we got the Ace of Swords letting me know that I'm interpreting that correctly. Yes, for those who it does. And I feel like for those of you that it's a past life thing, it could have been really affecting your career. You might have 11th house placements, which show that your success will come a little bit later in life, okay? All right, so let's get to drawing the cards. What blessings and success, besides the removal of curses, okay, which is great, are going to be coming in for group 2. Some of you are going to be having children. All right, I do see blessings upon... As baby gets loud, I do see blessings upon children. Oh, and it came up again. I was just gonna say I saw the Empress reverse when shuffling with the sun. So this is gonna be y'all could be blessings too, even if you don't have children yourself and you don't birth children out yourself. Some of you could be doulas and you will have a blessed path helping others have children. But there is something about young souls like to be around you, and that's a blessing. Okay, so some of you might get frustrated having kids around and be like, oh, why do these kids always want to come up? There's always kids in my reading. But it's a blessing that souls still want to connect with you, okay? Especially since we've seen you have had made some mistakes in the past life, you know, where people were a little ornery with you and they said, fine, you owe us time this lifetime. Maybe the karma was just that they wanted your attention and, you know, you had taken off in the past lives and didn't spend enough attention with your community or family. So you guys are very blessed that young people love you, okay? If you were to get like a TikTok or something, you guys would really blow up. Souls that are coming into people around you, like if you're not birthing kids, everyone around you will be getting pregnant because these young souls, they're meant to be around you and they're gonna keep coming in. Whoa. Baby said whoa. They're like all zodiac signs, they just really, really love you. You guys could be excellent teachers, mentors, things of that nature. Will be healing after having children. I do sense a sense of like a duress or kind of stressful energy here. So some of you might have had to sacrifice for siblings or something having to do. You might have felt like you had to sacrifice your youth or had some delays. So I do see things moving back and you getting the blessing of whatever was sacrificed. Yeah, some of you you had to like take care of siblings or something when you were younger, or you even took care of parents or something, and yeah, I feel like that. And I feel like you have cleared out whatever that was, even if it wasn't like horrible kind of karmic energy. It was something that you agreed to. So you might have had to take care of somebody who wasn't as able to do certain things that you were, or I'm getting something with language. So for instance, maybe you had moved to a different country and you could speak the language there, but your family couldn't, so more of the burden financially and stuff went upon you. So there's just been a lot, I think, in early childhood that people in this group, you really sacrificed, and now it's like you're gonna get the blessings back from that. You're really, really, really gonna excel in your career. Again, there's that location change. Some of you are moving from being somewhere rural to moving to like a city, or moving from a city area to a rural area. Rory. Some of you might have a name like Rory, Rumi, Riri, okay, something like that. So their suggestion is don't take what was released from you back. Some of you are so used to the burdens that you're going to let it come right back. So a lot of this is going to be energetic connections cut from people who had placed too much burden upon you. So the message from your higher self here is saying, please don't take these burdens back on when it is your time to be free and go live your life. Let's say if it's you finally get free after college and everything to go live your own life, but you're used to having a lot of family responsibility, so you put yourself back in that mix under familial responsibility. That's not the right thing to do, and it's not the right example for the young ones around you. Wow, we got the Four of Wands. So you can provide better for others when you are happy and content, and you have made your own successes and set that example. You have to complete your soul path and keep moving forward in your life, okay? They're saying it's not really an option, like that's what's necessary. If you don't do that, you're not going to have a good legacy to hand down to these young ones around you, or to your own children, things of that nature, okay? It's a form of helping to be healthy yourself. If you're not having these healthy mindsets and things of that nature, it's not going to be contributing a good legacy. It's not going to be resolving the pain of your childhood or healing yourself on a soul path this lifetime, okay? So they're offering you a fresh new start to what you have wanted. Literally, they're like, if you walk away from the stuff that you you know has been holding you back, 8 of Cups. We will give you your Ace of Cups, your happiness, which is 9 of Cups, getting your wish fulfillment and what you have been wanting and desiring. So for a lot of you, this is going to be no turning back, no looking back. Yes, literally moving forward. Your path is blessed for moving and relocating, or traveling somewhere you needed to travel. And there's going to be some big changes in your finances. They're saying the struggle is going to be over here. They're going to green light your path in your career, but you have to be, it's almost like for some of you, they didn't want to bless you up while you had some really jerky people around you. Like for instance, it's not that they wanted you and your kids to suffer, but your ex was abusive and messy, and they didn't want that person around when you were about to get all of this finances and stability and stuff, because they would have just ruined it. They would have burned it out. They would have used up all that good energy, right? For some of you, it was a parent or it was siblings or something, and it was like, no, you know, they're greedy, they're lecherous. They would have just drank up any good that came into your life and then spit you out on the side. And so until you learned how to be feisty, or some of you have gone through periods of being angry, frustrated, you've had to cut people off, or you're in the process of that. And until you went through that, your spirit crew didn't really want to bless you and show you what was for you, because they didn't want people putting ill energy towards the moves they're going to have you make, and they didn't want you taking them along. They literally did not want them to come with you down these paths. They didn't want them to get your blessings, because a lot of people who deserve bad karma have been getting blessed because of you opening doors for them, and some of them are not supposed to. It's kind of like if someone's supposed to be grounded because they did some really horrible stuff, and then they keep jumping in your car, in your new car, while you're driving around doing all this fun stuff because you got good grades and were being a good person, right? You're out here helping the community and stuff, and they keep jumping in your back seat, and the universe is like, no, like, they're in trouble. They need to stay stuck in their mess and deal with it. Don't eat their karma and don't help them escape it. So we didn't want you moving forward while you were determined to try to force this blessings upon these people who need to actually sit and deal with their own issues. Okay, so let's go ahead with the dominoes. They're going to be a little loud, and some further blessings here. And those who chose Aquamarine, number 2. Okay. Okay, we got some of them from the same, put it in a different configuration as the first group. Some of you, this is a strange blessing, but blockages can be blessings, rejection can be protection. You're going to be blocked from a relationship until you pick the right one. When you pick the right one, it's going to be like, boom, they're going to move it. They're going to be like, yes, go ahead, move forward. It's going to be very sweet, very sweet. All right, very precious. Basically, look for the 2 of Cups person. The person who's right for you, they're not going to be over here 5 of Wands person. They're not going to be over here 3 of Swords person. They're not going to be over here 5 of Swords person. They're going to be a 2 of Cups person from the get. Boom. They're ready, okay? They want you to get in your 2 of Cups energy, and they're going to let you hit and connect with that 2 of Cups person. I do see you guys having, again, a solitary path that's very blessed for you at this time. I also see you guys having friends called in that are very protective of you, and people who are like loyal fan bases, or people who they have really good values, and they don't trust a lot of people, and they will be trusting you and bringing you in and being very protective of you and teaching you a lot about just really good advice about like creating your own life, living a life that is healthy for you and successful for you, not necessarily monetarily, but just energetically, knowing how to have your own space, knowing how to pick the right connections, things of that nature. So yeah, with the 6 of Swords here, a lot of learning the right networking and connections happening as well, and that reflected here in the dominoes. So yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, it's like kind of like stop trying to chase like some vague soulmate energy and focus on your day-to-day life actually being in the moment. It's like you guys could have your soulmate sitting right next to you, or deliver you your furniture or something, or pop up however, and you would miss them. Like, you would miss them completely. You don't, it's like they need to put some like you know, you have to put the 3D goggles on to be able to watch those movies. It's like that. Like they're like, it doesn't matter if we had them fall into your lap when you was out, okay, during this pandemic, you wouldn't even see your soulmate coming, because you're not in a spirit of love. You're in a spirit of fear of not getting love and wanting to possess and own a soulmate kind of energy. They're like, it's already for you, boo-boo. It's already for you. But they understand, because a lot of these things we talked about here that they're moving you out of and giving you victory over, have created that fear, right? That fear of like, maybe, how do I be good enough for it? How do I hold on to it when I get it? How can I cling to it? How can I bully everyone away from my soulmate so that they're just mine, right? So there's some negative kind of things, and they're going to be bringing some really good friends in to help you just learn like, oh, I can relax. I can put the hackles down. I don't have to be on alert all the time, because I'm not going to be around these people who are untrustworthy, who are negative, who are trying to get me, who are trying to get what I got, who are backstabbing me. No, they're moving you away from those kind of energies, and they've also been preparing the person who will be your partner from that kind of energy as well. So all the people you're going to be interacting with, you guys have had some kind of similar lessons and journeys in releasing those kind of dynamics and kind of working on those things internally yourself. And so you're going to have a healthy connection. Again, Two of Cups connections with others. If you're not having a Two of Cups relationship with people, it's right now for you, it's not meant for you to just be like, oh, I have to work through it. Oh, it must be a karmic mirror. Like, no, they're saying we're moving you away from that, and we don't want you to confuse abusive people with karmic lessons that you have to endure any longer. You are free from that. So please hear this reading, and please allow yourself to make your decisions that you need to, moving away from those type of relationships. Let yourself thrive. Let yourself have yeses. Spirit wants you to be like yes man to all the things that are good for you in life, okay? And don't feel like, well, no, I'm probably supposed to stay here and suffer, you know, I'm probably supposed to sit here and let this relative be abusive to me or something. No, okay? Positive things coming in first, thinking of your own path in a good way. Bless your own footsteps and go pedal to the metal. Ace of Wands and the Six of Swords. But yeah, travel in your movements, your pathway is very blessed moving forward, your career, and when you're ready for it, there's going to be a lot of really good friends and partnership coming in, partnership energy. Okay, very sweet. So that's what I'm seeing for you. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. All right, we got one more. I always like to give them a shuffle and a knock when I put them away from a reading. So let me just do that right quick. Okay. Now, for the third group, let's get your orange calcite out here. Orange calcite, or the Modern Witch Tarot. Let's see what we have for you. Calling in your good spirit crew in a good way with all honesty, accuracy, and clarity for those who chose the Modern Witch Tarot, the Orange Calcite deck. All right. Some of you have been very, very, very stressed right now, very worried. Okay, feeling a little frantic energy. I can feel it. Okay, look, they said, first of all, we're not even going to be worried about this romantic stuff, okay? Some of you, too, it's not even romantic stuff. You're like, I hope they don't say romantic stuff. Nine of Swords, a lot of worry. It's artistic stuff, okay? Artists, there's been, depending on how you handled Neptune retrograde energy, when I'm filming this, we're getting ready in couple weeks here, less than a couple weeks, to come out of a Neptune retrograde. So depending on how you handle that, if you're a creative, if you're a content creator, if you're an artist, no, you don't need more of that. You could have felt like there was a block It could have felt like you had to, that you weren't meant for the work, or that you weren't connected to your muses or something of that nature. So they're wanting you to know that you still have that star power. You are intensely creative. You can make your path out of this. Okay, your pathways are open. Yeah, this block is not going to sustain. Wow, this is, y'all are creatives. Oh my gosh. Wow. And again, this is the third time I've put this back to try to look. I've been trying to help y'all with this energy. Nine of Swords came out again 3 times for your reading. So you're going to be getting out of this fear-based energy. You also got both wishing cards here. So, a baby was over here wrestling with snacks and getting very frustrated and needed to be cuddled down to a nap. So I feel like you guys really need your rest. You might be convinced that you're not going to get your blessings, your dues, that if you don't rest right now and kind of like fight and fight and fight, that you're not going to get like all the good stuff in life that you want. You do have an active energy that's meant to be utilized and continue being moving forward, but your ambition wants to be used in a healthy way. We have 4 cards of ambition here, but we also have a lot of healing, you know, positive collective energy, self-love, love and compassion for yourself and others here with the wisdom of the King of Cups. 9 of Cups and King of Cups are very wise cup cards. They're both where we have learned to be very self-loving, and we've learned our own emotional nature, but we've also gotten to the point we can start sharing that with others. And we have the 3 of Wands here too. That has you ready to share your passions, to take action, join in with others. We even have the 4 of Pentacles that's ready to release fear of lack and loss, fear of not being accepted. So you guys, whew, I can feel this here. Some of you though, you still are having some kind of panic attack energy. We have the hands over the heart chakra, kind of a crossing, which is a protective move to do. But I feel like now it's like something else wants to come into that area, okay, to open up and have you release. We have the moons here on either side of the chest, so the chest region being big here. She has a diamond revealing cut out on her chest here. We have a bare chest here. The heart is held at chest level, so everything is about your heart chakra right now, and moving up to your throat chakra, creating, speaking forth what you want, knowing and trusting that you can get your desires met here. So I feel like for a long time you guys have felt blocked from your communication, and for some of you it's because you've been waiting for permissions or trying to submit and get validation or an approval for what was not for you, and you're going to be figuring that out. So some of you, like for instance, it's not that you can't move to New York, let's say, it's just that you hadn't found the right places that you were trying to move towards. So you might have been like, well, you know, it's too expensive, or I can't get approval, or whatever it is, but really that just wasn't the right space for you. Or maybe you were feeling like, well, I can never go to college, you know, I didn't get any acceptance letters, but you're actually meant to go to like a straight up art school or something of a different variety, or in a different location than when you were applying. So you're going to be finding the right crossroads for yourself, which is just as important as making sure your roads are open, is knowing which roads to go down. But you definitely have your wishes fulfilled and your heart's desires met in a variety of ways here. A lot of you, your romantic life, if some of you have been stuck in waiting for a relationship to come together, that distance could have been an issue when it comes to water and fire signs. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Aries, Leo, Sag, there's been some kind of fire water connect, and that is going to be coming together. If there was a third party situation, I feel that third party will no longer be an issue. If schooling or finances or, you know, career paths were an issue, someone had to travel or be in a particular location, I feel like that will no longer be a concern. Some of you could have Aquarius placements as well. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. I'm seeing also happier family dynamics. Some of you are just watching the whole video because we do have some themes that are persisting with healing of our troubles, our worries about family, and just moving away from that direction. Some people will have to be leaving certain family patterns behind, or no longer like living with family in order to get the distance and space we need to no longer be triggered by them. But I do see that kind of negative programming, voices in the head, yes, judgment. These are even different decks I'm using, but we definitely are getting some repetitive messages. So you guys might also have watch group 2, which is fine, absolutely fine. It makes sense that we'll have collective messages as well as individual messages for each group. But yeah, really happy dynamics. So especially, you know, we saw that connect with fire and water signs. There could be some families coming together. Those are fertile energies together, regardless of the zodiac signs. Some of you will be, I'm seeing for those who are single parents, you'll be making a move and having happiness together. Those of you who are taking care of the elders, I'm seeing you getting the relief you need and the blessings you need in that area. Those of you who have been having a concern about the health of an animal, you'll be seeing them heal. It might be a little bit of a slow journey, but you'll know that you're out of the woods and that it's moving in a healthy direction. Yeah, and just a positive energy about family making for sure. Yes. Oh my gosh, little soul coming into the world. And this little soul could be feeling like, child, I've been waiting for a minute now. Now, some of you are saying you're still a child, you're young and you're watching this. So when you're the right age, it's going to be happening. It's going to definitely be after 21. So some of you are really young, okay? Some of you said, this ain't going to be until after like 26 years old or something. Then it'll be family planning time, okay? But yes, those of you who are more been on the cusp of, am I ready or not? Am I ready or not to, like, you know, finally settle down with this person, okay? For a lot of you, there is one particular person that y'all have been kind of back and forth. You always figured that you would end up settling down with them one day, but you've been across the country or across the world from them. You're finally gonna be like, it's gonna be like, well, la-di-da. The spirit world's like, well, take your time, humans. Like, as if we don't have little souls we need to send y'all once you start making a family, okay? And these little souls are like, man, we just out here in the cold in the spirit realm. Like, can we be born? Like, can y'all get it together? So for some of you, it's just gonna be really fun. We have the everything is fine here, and the 3 of Swords. You said, stop pulling cards, Bohemia. What are you doing? Put it back. But I feel like some of you might have gotten news that you need to have a surgery, or that you are needing to do a C-section or something of that nature for a child coming in. Look, Capricorn season. If you're expecting to have a Capricorn child, earth sign children sometimes have to be forced from the womb because they just settle in and they don't want to go to the next phase. All right. Or some of you might feel like that. You're having to be pushed to the next phase of your career or your studies, and you just have not. You've been like, can I just wait until I catch the right flow? Water signs too. Look, we can stagnate, earth and water. We can be overly passive. And I said, look, everything's gonna be fine, but you need a little fire under your butt. we need to give you a push. So when we give you a big push, you hear alarms. Some of you are hearing alarms, sirens, all this kind of stuff. You're meeting some attitudes from people. You're getting some fiery push in businesses, like, you know, clapbacks. People, you're like, man, is everyone just catty at work? What is going on? And they're like, no, it's just time for you to make your moves, okay? You're not supposed to be this person's boss anymore. You should have went for that promotion. So there is a little bit of like spicy fire energy that's coming in to try to shake you up, to be like, okay, relocate, okay, hello, like, get it together. So listen to those fiery pushbacks, because it is the universe trying to motivate you. And they're like, look, when we talk now, you want us to motivate you in a nice way, but you know, if we motivate you in a nice way, it's like petting a cat. They're definitely not gonna move if you pet them. Like, they're just gonna flop over more and show you their belly. That's kind of like y'all, okay? So you need a little bit of a, you know, a poke to get going, a little bit of a rude awakening for some of you, but it's not the Tower. It's the Ace of Wands. So yes, let's go ahead and get some dominoes. It's going to be loud for a minute, and some further positive new starts for group 3 with the orange calcite. Alright. Okay, quick enough. There we go. Get at least 5. Let's see what we got. Y'all are about to have a successful business out of nowhere. Oh my gosh, like it's gonna blow up, and you're gonna have very, very, very loyal following. Some of you could be like straight out of school. You're gonna go ahead and find, like, land your dream job. Go for it. Like, apply everywhere. Don't listen to, like, oh, I don't have the right requirements. Talk to the people, call them. Shoot, social distance, but show up in person. Whatever you need to do, because I feel like yeah, like you guys are just really meant to be successful in career right now. Show up for yourself. That's just what I keep getting. Show up. Show up. Spirit's like, if you don't do it, how can we give you a result? Okay, so make the website. You know, show up to who you want to apprentice you, and annoy them or charm them to death, okay, until they agree. You have very good social energy. Y'all are charmers. Artistic energy, again, even the dominoes out the wazoo. You guys are super creative. Your projects are very blessed. You have the energy of the muses. You probably have very blessed, like, Neptunian, Venusian energy in your chart. You're meant to just inspire. Your works need to be created. There's others that need to experience your energy in the world. So yeah, like, don't listen to it. Literally, for you, you have the energy that haters are waiting to become fans. Okay, you also have the energy that your spirit is kind of set up that if you're not doing what you should be doing for the greater collective and for yourself, that you're gonna draw people who annoy you and are rude to you. It's almost like people will be disappointed in you, and you're like, I don't even know you, how are you disappointed in me? Like, why you have an attitude with me? And it's because people naturally in the collective know that you're supposed to succeed and be someone that we aspire to, that we look up to, in your field and in your gifts of what you do. So if you're not doing that, people are naturally going to be like, ugh, like, why are you trying to sit with us? Like, you should be over there on, you know, on the pedestal giving us a demonstration. Like, what are you doing, boo? So listen to that feedback when people are pushing you and telling you, like, hey, you don't kind of belong over here, or hey, we expect more of you. I understand. I totally get it, because I'm a water sign and artist and a creative, so you want to go at your own pace. But for real, you might have some fire signs or like some Capricorns or something showing up that are like, but hey, we need to glow up in this. Like, where's that? We need some better results. We need more content. We need whatever it is, because they see that potential in you, and they're like, okay, obviously, like, you're way more talented than other people in your field, but you're not utilizing your talent, group 3, and we need you to utilize that. We need you to be all that you can be, okay? And don't just be drunk in your own sauce, your own creativity, floating around like you're still in the spirit world. You're in the physical world. Let's see some results. Let's go. Let's get it. Make your album, cut the track, okay? Send out your work or whatever it is you need to do, because you guys are supernaturally talented. Ooh, supernaturally talented. Okay, spirit. And it's time. It's just time, okay? The only obstacle is yourself. So that's what I'm seeing for you, group 3. I hope you guys like these readings. Again, spirit takes them where spirit will, even when I have a different idea of how the readings might come out sometimes. You know, I'm glad for all the messages that we received. So I hope that you had the messages that needed to resonate with you today. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll talk to you again on another one. Bye.